Hi, I'm Hao again. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to copy 3D objects and how to change the texture and the media of a 3D object. So to do the copy things, we have to first create at least one 3D object. Let's do what we have learned in previous videos. Click the Build menu button and click the Build option. On the Create window, let's create a box in the scenario. So now we have a box here. And to copy a box, we need to go to the Edit mode. To do that, we have to click the third button on the pop-up window, the Edit button. So once you see these three axes appeared and crossing the center of the box, which that means we are in the editing mode. And now to copy a 3D object, just press and hold the Shift button on your keyboard. Press and hold the Shift button on your keyboard. And then click and drag on any arrows along a axis. So for example, let's click and drag the red arrow. Click and drag. See, we have an object copied. We have just copied a box. And we can try again. First, press the Shift button on your keyboard. And then click and drag any arrows. Drag. Yeah. And we can also copy an object vertically. Yeah. And at this moment, you will see that if we select a 3D object, there will be some yellow lines on the edge of a 3D object. That means this object is being selected. And if you want to select multiple 3D objects, click on one object and then press and hold your Control key and then click on a second 3D object and then a third 3D object. When you are doing this, make sure that you keep pressing and holding your Control key on your keyboard. And then let's click the fourth object. Now you see that all these four boxes are being selected. And now we can copy all these four objects at the same time. Just press and holding the Shift button on your keyboard and click and drag any arrows that you want. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so now we have copied a lot of boxes here. It looks like a box matrix. And let's zoom out a little bit. If you click your mouse on the screen, click and drag your mouse on the screen, you will see there will be a yellow box. Every object inside the yellow box will be automatically selected. And now we can even copy more objects in the scenario. Okay? Yeah, so this is how we copy objects in OpenSimulator. Okay, next we're going to learn how to change the texture of a 3D object. Actually, we don't need so many objects here, so we will just select them all and then press the Delete button on your keyboard. Let's remove them all. And we still need at least one object. And I'm going to show you how to change the texture of this 3D object. But to do that, let's first make this box a little larger. Let's press Control. Oh, excuse me. Let's first go to the Edit mode and press the 3D object. Then let's press Control and Shift. Let's click and drag the white points on one corner of the box and make it larger. Okay, and let's move it a little bit up. So it's down. Now we're going to change the texture. To change the texture of a 3D object, we just go to the texture panel on the editing mode. So first you have to make sure you are in the editing mode and then go to texture here. In the texture panel, you will see that we have texture icon here. If you click the texture icon, a new pop-up window will appear and you can drag and move it to any places that you want. Here you will see we have several different folders in OpenSimulator, and at this time we will use the OpenSim library folder. If you double click OpenSim library, you will see a subfolder appeared, which is texture library. Let's double click it again. And then you will see that we have more items. Yeah, each of these items is one type of texture that we can attach to the box. So let's try the brick mono here. Yeah, so in this way we have changed the box, because previously the texture of the box was a wood board. Yeah, and now it looks like the box is made of bricks. Okay, so this is how we change the texture of a 3D object, and we can actually make these texture looks more differently. Here you will have two parameters. One is called a horizontal scale, and the other one is a vertical scale. And you have even more parameters. Yeah. So here in this video, we will only use these two scales, horizontal scales and a vertical scale. Here, the figure is 1.00. Let's try to make it 10.00. You will see that more bricks have been added into the texture along the horizontal direction. And now let's make the vertical scale into 5. So see, different from the previous texture, now the texture has become much smaller, which looks like this box is made of even much smaller bricks. Okay, so this is how we change the texture of a 3D object. But sometimes we do not need sometimes we don't need all the 6